Hi, everyone. Before the episode starts, I just want everyone to know that going into this, we had some big issues with the music part. The music kept cutting out on us, so it gets a little choppy at the end as far as us having to stop and start the podcast again and again at the end. So it's really annoying on our end. In the audio, you shouldn't be able to tell too much, but if you hear any abrupt stops in the music, that's what's happening. Is that the wire that we use to plug in the music part was faulty, and anytime we would adjust in any kind of way, it would just kind of fuss up, and it was very annoying. But we still have a great episode ahead of you. Please enjoy it. Thank you. Welcome back to welcome back to Recollect.
Hi.
I was really tired of men this week, so we are talking about the 200 greatest songs by 21st century women's list by NPR. Recollect.
Love this.
So I had to really sketchily send Tiffany this list that I clearly had put into an Excel document, and I sent her get down. Anyway, real tired of men, real tired of my dog. Very tired of my dog. This list came out in 2018, so I wasn't sure if I should pull fun facts for 2018 because it wasn't really that long ago, because we actually knew each other in 2018 by then. So that would be the first time overlapping. I would have just started at Dollar Energy Fund. I would have just started that office job because I got that job at the beginning of July. And you were still working for Nintendo and had hair.
I did.
A lot of things.
Not for long, but I did because I hadn't cut it yet. But I massacred my eyebrows this year.
That's fun.
Yeah,
I love an eyebrow journey because because you never are right. I mean, I think we've all decided. I think people in Cosmo and estheticians were we're never gonna fuss with people's eyebrows again because we learned from the 90s and 80s that when you grow up to be an adult that you just don't have eyebrows anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm really lucky they came back because that was pretty late in the game. I was turning 30 and I happened to fuck them up.
And we're hesitant.
Mm-hmm.
But eyebrow trends will come and people we're not going to touch them. Again, tired of men. Men should be dead. Men are better dead.
I'm really pleased at how great my taste is based on the HMs. I'm wow, I really liked so many of these. Wow, the taste jumps out.
Yeah, there was a lot to choose from in these HMs. I sent it to Tiffany and
That means honorable mentions. We're talking as though everyone is in on it when that is strictly terminology we use between you and I.
Yeah, honorable mentions. I mean, catch up. It's not hard.
Yeah.
It's not we call them
what else is it gonna be?
It's do you have your squigglies for this week? As if that's a thing we have. No.
Horny mattresses.
Okay, so I just wanted to do a list that was going to make me feel good. And I will tell you there is one one song we've already covered, so we just won't talk about it much.
It doesn't matter.
But I also think we could extend our honorable mentions this week very easily because it was a lot. But what I liked about this list is some of these songs are songs that we'll never get to cover on a regular episode. And I love female artists. So I was this is just going to be...
We're just going to do it.
Hit after hit. And also the genres that we will cover even in this top 10 are we're gonna tick a lot of boxes.
I'm so excited.
Are you ready for number 10 of the 21st greatest? I don't know. The list is long. Ever since I picked this list, I've been listening to this next song nonstop. I was already familiar with it before I hit this list, but this really tickled me.
Mm.
Do you know this?
Not off the top of my head.
You're kidding. My mind is so blown. You don't know this song?
I don't think.
Oh my God. Sucking on my titties like you wanted me, calling me all the time like Blondie. Check out my Chrissy behind, it's fine all of the time. Like sex on the beaches. What else is in the teachers of peaches? Huh, what?
I'm guessing this is Peaches.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never got there.
Sucking on my titties like you wanted me, calling me all the time like Blondie. Check out my Chrissy behind, it's fine all the time. What else is in the teachers of peaches? Like sex on the beaches. What? This is my favorite part. Right. What? Okay, I'm gonna pause it, even though like you're not gonna get to the namesake of the song because it's like the very last part of the song. But this is "Fuck the Pain Away" by Peaches.
Wow. Shame on me.
I'm so surprised. This is like queer culture number 101. Is Peaches "Fuck the Pain Away"?
Barely got into it. Truly.
You went.
Still relatively new for me in some aspect.
So this is from her second studio album, The Teachers of Peaches. And this was her breakthrough song and remains to be her signature song to this day. This song was never recorded in a studio. It is a live recording of the first time this ever was performed, is what you're hearing.
Oh, wow.
Which is very cool. Complex named it as the 7th greatest slut wave song of all time.
Love that.
And Tom York cited this song as an inspiration for the Radiohead song 15 Step, which I loved. All of these songs were like, other artists were like, can I use
this?
Yeah.
So unless if it was really much older queer culture, aka culture that Josie was privy to or something I saw on TV,
yeah,
I
this
was
is
not
early,
in touch with it.
Early aughts.
Yeah,
we're talking early
definitely
aughts.
not at that time.
So Peaches explained that this song's origin story came while getting over a breakup in Toronto, starting life over again, working at a daycare.
Oh, wow.
Inspired by Daft Punk, R.I.P., hip hop and rock. I was super conscious of not being therapeutic. Wow, this sentence is wild. I copied and pasted this, so
I run into that often.
I was super conscious of not being therapeutic. That was victimizing or self-loathing. I wanted to use it as empowerment, as a fuck you to myself. You can lift yourself in a cool way, because it was right after our breakup. So this was like her kind of coming for her own
Suck
gig.
it up.
Yeah. I'm always gonna bop this song because
I fully bop this song.
I can't wait for you to listen to it.
I'm gonna a
all
lot
the time. Yeah, it's so good because the end is just like fuck the pain away, fuck the pain away, fuck the pain away, and then it's just that snare just keeps going.
I love that.
That's so good. I'm curious how you're gonna feel about number 9.
Oh, I'm curious.
I know you'll have heard this song because it makes its rounds in regular culture.
Okay.
But also very queer. But also not too queer, where it wouldn't have made
Right.
rounds.
Right.
Here we go. Number 9.
Okay. Oh, I love this song. I was obsessed with this song.
There's a lot to talk about this song.
All of these lines across my face tell you the story of who I am. So many stories of where I've been, and now I got to where I am. But these stories don't mean anything when you got no one to tell them to. It's true, I was made for you.
This next part gets me every time.
I climbed across.
Nope. Don't you dare.
Swam across the ocean blue. I cried all alone and I broke all the rules. And baby, I broke them all for you. Oh, because even when I was flat broke, you made me feel like $1,000,000. You knew I was made for you.
You're so annoying.
Okay, this is the story by Brandi Carlile.
Wow,
That
you really went
You
somewhere.
fucked up everything, you stupid dog. Now it's echoing. I'm so mad.
We can stop in a second if you want.
Okay, it was written by Phil Hanseroth. Carlile did not write this song at all. No hand in writing the song.
I'm so
But
shocked.
it is single-handedly produced by Brandi Carlile, so she made the choices. This is from her 2007 album of the same name. And the song was featured in Grey's Anatomy, which kind of what catapulted it to success. The song was later covered by Leanne Rimes and Dolly Parton, separate versions, but both of them did cover it. The song was iTunes Download of the Week in March 2007, and I remember the downloads of the week because they were free, so you could just snag them.
I could not imagine.
And this song peaked at 75 on the Billboard Hot 100. The Dolly version appears on the cover version of the story. So Brandi did like a whole thing where she picked people to cover songs from her first album. So she's not on them. She just is like. Dolly was the only person that Brandi wanted to cover it for the album. So she sent a letter to Parton asking her to do it and suggested that she could even drop it a key so it would be easier for her to sing. Brandi later said it was the stupidest thing I think I've ever put down in writing.
Oh my God.
Parton enthusiastically accepted the offer to record the song, and in her handwritten response to Brandi, she said, "Honey, do me a favor. Don't drop the key. I think I can handle it." Of the final version, Brandi said, "Every gratuitous and show-offy note that I hit in that song, Dolly hits it initially and then takes it higher. She just completely takes me to school." You want to hear a little bit
Yeah,
of the
I
Dolly
really
one?
do. That's amazing.
It's truly something.
All of these lines across my face tell you the story of who I am. So many stories of where I've been and how I got to where I am. But these stories don't mean anything when you got no one to tell them to. It's true, I was made for you. I've climbed across the mountain tops, swam all across the ocean blue. I've crossed all the lines and I broke all the rules, but baby, because even when I was flat broke, well, you made me feel like $1,000,000. You do. And I was made for you.
It's so satisfying.
It's so good. The phrasing is what makes it, outside of it simply being Dolly singing it.
Yeah, it's so good. I fix this echo situation. One day I'll figure out how this program works. Okay. I'm going to bop.
Oh, I bop. Are you kidding me? Of course I bop. Excuse me.
Yeah, that song, first of all, listening to Dolly sing it is so great because it's like a woman who has spent some time on the earth, which really makes it feel lived in.
Special.
And Brandy's version is so powerful, but it's
So
not being
powerful.
sung by a woman who at the time has lived as much life.
As Dolly,
Yeah.
correct? I
Okay.
can't even remember where I found that song, but I've held it dear to my person for many years. I feel like that's a VH1 song.
Oh, 100%.
Like I 100% saw it on VH1.
And then when she does the last, it's true.
Of course.
Really good.
She's such a talented
I'm very
individual.
excited for you to. I already know for a fact that you love
Oh,
I keep on falling in love
this is my
with
if there's a gun to my head song. I think this would have to be it.
Sometimes I love you.
I think I've potentially listened to this more times than I've ever listened to any song
Sometimes I feel
That's
good.
fair.
in my life. Pretty sure. Like, this is it.
At times I feel you.
If you downloaded me into a hard drive and you could see most frequently played,
it. Wouldn't that be one of those things that's nice to know?
I would love to know.
I keep on falling in and out of love with you. I never loved someone the way that I'm loving you. I never felt this way. How do you bring me so much pleasure?
Cause me so much pain. That's when I
Stop.
think
It's like I'm all there
what a fool.
back in love with you.
Stop it.
Just the best.
This is Fallen by Alicia Keys, in case you aren't
my
in
God.
the know. This is the debut single and lead single from Songs in A Minor. This is the Alicia Keys song
This
that put
is
Alicia
it.
Keys on
Broke
the
it
map.
wide open.
Written and produced by Alicia Keys and peaked at #1 in that Hot 100 for many, many weeks. This is named the 29th most successful song of the 2000s on the Billboard Hot 100 Songs of the Decade. This song won Grammy Awards for Song of the Year, Best R&B Song, and Best Female R&B Vocal
Bless.
Performance, and was also nominated for Record of the Year. When Keys was asked about the song and the background of it, she said, I wanted to write a song for someone who was 10 or 12 years old, like a young Michael Jackson. Even though he was young, he was singing some deep stuff back then. The song is about the ins and outs of a relationship. Sometimes you're completely head over heels in love with someone, and sometimes you can't stand the person. You fall in and out. Sometimes goes back and forth, and that's just what relationships are about.
We are falling in and out of love with Riot.
Well, we are out of love with Riot right now.
It's about to get evacuated from the island.
We're going to vote her off. Robert Hilburn of the LA Times said, and I quoted this just because what he said was funny to me. This song has the neo-soul vitality of Macy Gray,
Oh.
which is like sign of the times.
That's a choice.
Sign of the times. This is not the first time we'll talk about Macy Gray.
Oh
in the
boy.
Countdown, but she's not, it's not her song, but we're going to talk about her.
Interesting.
So Alicia performed the song on Oprah, and that's when it got really big, of course. And this was one of 3 songs Simon Cowell banned from being performed on American Idol. Candle in the Wind and I Will Always Love You being the other 2 songs.
Fair.
Yeah, I mean, well, first of all, I would never pick to sing Candle in the Wind. I hate that song.
No.
I mean, I understand I Will Always Love You because everyone thought they were going to do that.
Yeah, that's crazy. I
But,
don't blame
I mean,
them
I would
for
get
that
sick
one.
of people going, uh.
You have to cut it before
Uh.
then, because that is not a journey anyone, a soloist, needs to take.
Fa, 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 fa. Bops all around?
Of course.
I figured, but I got really excited that this one was in here.
So good.
So, unfortunately, the next song I do not have a lot of info for, but I'm happy that we get to hear it. Did I say number 7? I don't know if you'll be familiar with this song. You maybe.
Oh, this is Sharon Jones
Yeah.
and the Daft Kings. I have listened to some Sharon Jones in my time.
I have a couple songs by them, but it's so good. You can't go wrong. You're gonna have a good time.
Always.
Just
R.I.P. Miss Sharon Jones.
I know. I cried when I found that out.
So sad.
Good. Now, I don't know that this would be the song that I would choose from them, but I'm happy that we got. Like, when else are we going to get to talk about Sharon Jones and the Dap
Right.
Kings?
Exactly.
I don't really know that this song has like a true callback chorus moment.
I don't think.
That's so satisfying. Her voice is so stunned.
Her voice is incredible.
So this is 100 Days, 100 Nights by Sharon Jones and the Dap Kings. This song was recorded entirely on an analog system,
Oh, I love that.
and all of the singles from this particular album were released on 45s. And the album was obviously pressed on vinyl to make it feel like more legit. The music video was recorded with equipment from the 50s to make it look like a segment from a talk show, like a performance segment from a talk show, like, you know, where they pan over and
Yeah,
then like
that's so fun.
the band's just there. And I know that the song was written and produced by Bosco Mann. That's like all I could find on the song. But
There's one specific Sharon Jones album that I spent a lot of time with, but of course I can't remember what it is. I listened. Sharon Jones came up a lot when I worked at the Exchange.
That's fair.
Unsurprisingly.
They are indie darlings, like bands that, I mean, magazines that talk about indie music whenever they were still making music, whenever she was still alive, they would always end up on year-end lists. They are well loved by like the music industry, like the critic, like they're always critically acclaimed.
Definitely.
Even though I'm not super familiar, I'm gonna bop it because out of
always
respect.
a bop. We stand.
Number
We have
six,
no choice.
Number 6 is a song we've already talked about, which is thankfully the only one we've already talked about, because I got nervous once I picked this because I knew I wanted to do it, but I didn't look at the top 10. Like, I just knew I wanted to do this list. But this is number 6.
I've never seen a diamond in the
We talked about this a
flesh.
week. You did.
Yeah, we
You
did.
picked it specifically.
Because of this song. And this just reinforces the cultural significance of this song.
Absolutely.
In the torn up town, no postcode envy.
I will argue that I think every song that comes after this is like all of the songs have had like a major cultural significance in your and I's lifetime.
Oh.
Yeah.
We're driving Cadillacs in our dreams, but everybody's like crystal Maybach diamonds on your
It's so funny, when this song came out, I didn't know what most of the things she was referencing were. I had to be told what Cristal was.
I only knew from listening to rap music, for what it's worth.
That's, yeah.
We crave a different kind of buzz. Let me be your ruler. You can call me Queen Bee, and baby I'll rule.
Let me live that fantasy.
Song is still very satisfying.
It is. I mean, I'm not going to repeat what I've already said about it because you can go listen to the other episode we talked about it.
True.
I'll bop again.
Oh, of course I bop.
Okay, the next
Have
song.
we stopped anything?
No, because we're talking about amazing women. Because I was like, we're gonna go through this list and it's all gonna be up for grab, up in the air. Like, you may stop the last song, and that would be the only one I could see you
Ooh.
potentially stopping.
Uh-oh.
But I
Okay.
also don't know about like the next group. But like the next group would definitely have been an Exchange darling at the time. So, are you ready for number 6?
Oh, I'm ready.
Or number 5, sorry. We're number 5? Yeah.
Oh, I'm ready.
I'm so excited because I don't think we were ever going to talk about this band or today.
Is this Rilo Kiley?
No.
Okay. I took a swing.
You did. I don't think you're, once you hear the voice, you'll feel far off, but like based on this.
Bless my heart and bless my soul. Didn't think I'd make it.
22 years old. This is Alabama Shakes. You're not familiar with Alabama Shakes? Oh, they're so
Never
good.
touched down.
Stay
Come on, Brittany. You got to come on home. You got to hold on.
I thought the Alabama Shakes were like yucky dudes.
No. No.
I've always avoided them.
I'm excited for you because all of their music is very, very good.
I literally never heard this before in my life.
You've never heard this
No.
song? Yours too.
I don't know where I'm gonna go. Don't know what I'm gonna do.
Wow, I'm so excited.
I
that
would
could
have
take-
listened to this in that era that you identified, though.
Yeah.
Heavily.
Come on, Brittany. I just love that she's talking about herself. Come on, Brittany. Okay, so this is Hold On by Alabama Shakes, which I am kind of genuinely surprised that you've like never not once touched down on them.
Mm-mm.
So this song was released on February 5th, 2012 in the UK as the lead single from their album Boys and Girls. And also they released their EP only in the UK, but they are American. But I think that their record company knew that they were going to sell better there, so they just started
I
them
could
there.
imagine why.
So, the lyrics are like pretty weird in the song. And when asked about the lyrics of the song, this is what Brittany had to say. So what happened is one night before playing a set at the Brick and Decatur, Howard instructed the musicians to play this song's groove at some point in the evening. We talked about playing it that night and I told them, just start playing it and I'll make up words on the spot. She said, that's where the song comes from. It was a good night for dancing. They started playing it and I just came up with some words, whatever was on my mind, and that came out. It's not necessarily that I didn't think I was going to make it to 22, she explained. It's just like, when you're younger and you can't imagine yourself ever being grown. I didn't like my job and I didn't like where I was living and I didn't like the way my world was. You're holding on, but at the same time, you're tired of waiting for things to get better. Why have you always got to want something better?
Swear I only just recently, like, since knowing you, I've been able to envision myself older.
Because we often have talked about
Yeah.
not being able to envision ourselves as like an old.
Wow.
But I'm going to fully bop this. Because,
Oh, I bop this.
You should spend some time with at least Boys and Girls. It's very good.
I would definitely feel this one out. Give it a spin.
Now, this one's along the same veins of what we just listened to.
Okay.
Based on what I just said, do you have any guesses on who the artist might be?
Not yet.
Okay. When I play the song, you'll be like, oh, yeah, they are kind of along the same vein.
Oh. Man.
R.I.P. to this woman.
R.I.P. Did I listen to a lot of fucking Amy
Ooh,
Winehouse?
my brother was the one who actually introduced me to Amy Winehouse.
He left no time to regret. Kept his dick wet with his same old safe bet. Me and my head high and my tears dry. Get on without my guy.
You know who I think showed me this? Carrie.
Really? That's so cool.
Mhm.
Yeah.
She has impeccable taste.
Art. I don't remember how Art found out about her, but she was definitely a VH1 darling.
Yeah,
and
I
not
think
an
she
MTV
started
darling.
popping up
Yeah.
there, but first Carrie was like,
Yeah.
you should listen to this.
It's it is like not a good sign when someone's like, Amy Winehouse is for you, because you're like,
Uh-huh.
oh, what do you think? What do you think my life is like?
We only said goodbye with words. I cried 100 times. You go back to her and I go back to her. I go back to her. I love you more.
I'm gonna pause.
You should.
So, what was very jarring is like, Riot, get. I think she realizes that I'm
It's
not
bad.
fucking around with her anymore.
It's a bad time for Riot in these moments.
When I was reading the Wikipedia was like, black is very much likely heroin. That's probably what she's talking
Oh
about.
my.
And I was like, not depression.
Fuck.
That's because that's what I thought. And you just made it kind of darker.
I
Like,
always
I have,
thought it
like,
was a
Turn of phrase.
yeah, like,
Yeah. So this is the
oh boy,
the-
that sure does change things.
this is the third single off the album with the same name, her second album, Back to Black, written by Amy Winehouse and Mark Ronson and produced by Mark Ronson, which is so baffling because Mark Ronson's like production he usually does is so not this.
Mm-hmm.
So this was inspired by Amy Winehouse's relationship with Blake Fielder Civil.
Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Was Amy covered hotly by Perez Hilton.
I don't know anything about that man. Not Perez Hilton, but
I mean, he was not Blake was not a good guy for
No.
Amy at the time, with where he was also in his struggles. It was very much a very toxic situation. But of course, it like almost made it worse
Mhm.
because she like loved him so fiercely.
So Scott Walker, who was a critic, I don't know if he's still a critic, but at the time, I don't remember I didn't write down what magazine, what publication he worked for, called it a tortured monster of a track. Amy displaying the sort of vocal depth that Mark Almond had always dreamed of. I don't know who that man is either.
From the Allman Brothers, maybe.
But truly, like, calling it a tortured monster of a track is,
It really
So-
is. It's fucking deep.
it is. And the music video for this is, yeah. Amy Winehouse,
What a talent. And she was so
Uh.
incredibly hard on herself. Like, unbelievable.
watching her but there's whenever she won the Grammy, I don't know which Grammy she won, but she wasn't there live, but she had performed, so they like cut to her, and just like watching her, she just looks bewildered.
fall apart. Mm-hmm.
But her band is like losing their mind. It's like one of those things where like the world stopped for Amy Winehouse and Amy Winehouse alone, and like I just imagine like everything just slow motioning around her. Anyway, it's beautiful. This was covered by Andre 3000 and Beyonce for The Great Gatsby. It is a bananas cover. And I'm not like I'm all for like people covering
Oh, I
music.
love
Yeah,
covers.
but that one was
But
like
that feels.
and it was also Beyonce pre the digital drop because I had to like triple check that because it doesn't sound like Beyonce. Like it sounds like Beyonce, but like not the Beyonce that I am most familiar with because I really only interact with a lot of her later stuff. Anyway, so Back to Black this is a quote from Amy. Back to Black is when you finished a relationship and you go back to what's comfortable for you. My ex went back to his ex-girlfriend and I went back to drinking in dark times. I had never felt the way I feel about him with anyone in my life. It was very cathartic because I felt terrible about the way we treated each other. I thought we'd never see each other again. He laughs about it now. He's like, what do you mean you thought we'd never see each other again? We love each other. We've always loved each other, but I don't think it's funny. I wanted to die. And this track has been like used up and down through all kinds of soundtracks.
Sweet Amy.
I know.
R.I.P.
And Mark Ronson talked about, there was a whole blip about like him talking about writing this. This is the first track they wrote together, like they worked on together. And he said it was like amazing. And she wasn't really like keen on him. She thought he was going to be some old phony man. And he's like, just let me know. Like they like played around with something and like played some old music that she was inspired by. And like that's how the sound came to be.
You know what I think about often is that Adele and Amy were in school together. Like they went to that performing arts
Academy,
school.
yeah. Everyone goes there.
Isn't
big
that
deal.
so wild?
I
They
forgot
were
to mention-
literally in school together.
When the boys and girls, the Hold On song popped off initially because Adele tweeted about it. It was like, this song.
Culture creator.
Yeah. Bops all around.
Of course, it's the bobs all around.
We're changing the mood in a positive swing. We just came out of some darkness and we're going to go into the light.
This Beyonce song? Oh, it's not the only one, though.
It's not the only one in the top
But this
one.
is in the top 10.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
All the single-lingles. All the single-lingles.
Just roll up, roll out on the land. And now you want a trip.
Trip.
Another brother noticed me. I'm up on him, he up on me. Don't pay him any attention. Just crying my tears, tears, 3 good years, kids can't be mad at me. 'Cause if you like it, then you should've put a ring on it. If you like it, then
This
you
is always the
should've
coolest
put a
part of this
ring on
song
it.
to me. Whenever they start layering the vocals at the end, it makes me very happy. Also, this song is very satisfying to see performed live. I'm not even going to say that
Wow, the privilege. It is.
it had nothing to do with how close I was. I just went.
I didn't even bring that up. You just did. I just mean, how many people on this planet have seen Beyonce? Not that many.
You've seen Homecoming. She performed on Homecoming.
You are the worst.
Anyway, this is number 3. Single Ladies Put a Ring on
Number
It
3?
by Beyonce. I know, I would not have chosen this song
No,
to be the Beyonce
not-
representation. Also,
In the top 10?
anyway, let me tell well, they explain why they think it's more iconic.
Then the other song that's on the pool of HMs. I mean, get fucked. Okay.
This is a single from Beyonce's 3rd studio album, I Am, Sasha Fierce. And you have to put the pause
You
because
really do.
there is
There's
a
ellipsis.
ellipses. It was released as a double A side with If I Were a Boy to showcase
Which
the
I loved.
contrast
Love that
from
song.
Beyonce to her aggressive onstage alter ego Sasha Fierce. When I had to tell you this because I did not partake in Beyonce culture at this time. I did not understand what was going on. It was like one of those things where like I was like vaguely aware that I was supposed to know what story was happening with Beyonce. And I think it was like the vaguest of concepts that they based the album off of. But the way I understand it is all the upbeat tracks are on one part of the album because it was released into like 2 sides, and then all of the slow songs are on the Beyonce side.
I think so. I found the whole thing to be quite cringy, like at the time that it was happening.
Well, I think it is.
And I mean, I liked the singles. I don't know that I ever listened to that full length completely. I think I might have maybe once or twice. I bought 4.
I would say whenever I was like getting ready to go to the Beyonce concert and I was trying to learn some of the back catalog, so I wasn't like completely off my guard whenever the song would start. I think that I did like this album was probably like one of the lesser interesting ones to me. Okay, so it was this is exploring a man's unwillingness to propose or commit. This song won 3 Grammy Awards in 2010, Song of the Year being one of them. It topped the Hot 100 for 4 non-consecutive weeks and was certified quadruple platinum by the RIAA. In 2009, the RIA. In 2009, globally, it was the 7th best digital selling single with 6.1 million copies sold, becoming one of the best singles of all time. The song is written by Beyonce, Tricky Stewart, The Dream, Thaddeus Harrell, and produced by Stuart Nash and Beyonce. So, Beyonce at this time was keeping her secret marriage to Jay-Z under wraps. And while she was recording the song, she like noted the irony of being someone who was literally singing a song about this. And essentially, like, I would assume that people would be like, assume that this is a problem for them. If
Right.
She went so far as to remove her wedding band when she was recording the song.
Well, they have tattoos anyway, but
I don't know. That's what
I don't know why I know this about them, but I do know for a fact that they each have tattoos.
So Rolling Stone named it the best song of 2008 and 50 on their Songs of the Decade. And during the 2009 VMAs, Single Ladies lost to Taylor Swift's "You Belong with Me" for the best female video category. During Taylor Swift's acceptance speech, Kanye West interrupted and basically said Beyonce was robbed. Later that evening, when Beyonce won a different award, she invited Swift to finish her speech.
I do remember that. I was watching live, I think. Weirdly enough, I just happened to be.
So
That was so
this was a weird
crazy.
time of music for me because I was like very into Lady Gaga at the time. So like I didn't care about any of this at the time. Right. I like didn't hate Beyonce, but I definitely had some hate towards Taylor Swift at the time. So I kind of was like kind of funny. Like I kind of was like into like that it happened, but it is gross.
It
It's very
hurt
good. Yeah.
When watching it in real time, I
Yeah.
was like, oh, like I think everybody knows that
Beyonce
Beyonce
should-
deserved it, However, it is not your place.
Right. Well, it's sad that 10 years later we're still Beyonce should have won. It's still a thing that not about the videos, but like Beyonce has been snubbed many like record of the years because racism and misogyny and just so many things whenever she has literally put out like the most high concept, unique music things that we've had ever.
I would agree.
So that's on the Grammys. But again, the Grammys are on their way out, it seems.
Oh, yeah. They're completely irrelevant.
This is the cheapest music video that Beyonce has ever done.
I believe
And
it.
the least time consuming video, but has become her most iconic. And Beyonce like kind of rolls her eyes at that. Like she said that in an interview. She was like, can you believe that this is the
This
one?
is it. I roll my eyes at that. But when you hit culture at the right time and the right moment.
Yeah. This is again, we already kind of touched on this. Not my favorite Beyonce song. Not even close. No. Am I still gonna bop it? I am.
Well, yeah.
But I assume you have picked one of the other songs.
No, I didn't. I left it open.
You don't need to leave things open for me on a list full of women, because I was like,
Oh.
I was leaving things open for you because I was like, I don't need to pick that because Tiffany will.
Well, I feel like it goes without saying. We could play some of it regardless
Yeah.
because it needs to be said that Formation is one of the honorable mentions that are featured
floating
later on the
around.
lead on the list, I'm guessing. Hence my confusion that this was like included.
Formation was like in the top 30 at least. It just like wasn't in the top.
That is such an important
Also-
song, though.
I would have argued like Cranes in the Sky is like number 11 from Solange, and I was like pretty pissed that it like just wasn't in the top 10. I don't know how you'll feel about this song. Okay,
Wait, what number are we up
we're
to?
number 2.
2? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this song. Why is this number 2, though?
Right? What do you mean?
I don't know.
This song managed to creep into popular culture for no reason in 2003.
Yeah, okay.
And
I'm
I
like, yeah, all right. Wait,
Also-
what year did Rock Band come out?
it was on Rock Band much later than it like the,
The original Rock Band.
Pack up, I'm straight. I'm not. Oh, say, 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 oh, say, 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 oh, say, 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 oh, say, 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 oh, say, say, say. Wait, they don't love you like I love you. Wait, they don't love you like I love you. Wait, they don't love you like I love you.
this song was the song that made me cry and sent me last night whenever I was putting my notes together. I was like, I have
Really?
not touched down on this in a
That
minute.
makes sense. Oh, yeah. Rock Band came out in 2009.
So, this is a single from their debut full-length album, Fever to Tell, in 2003. The song is about the relationship between the Liars frontmen Angus Andrew and Karen O.
Mm-hmm.
The Yeah Yeah
Yeah
Yeahs, in
Yeah.
case you didn't know. Did I say this is Maps by Yeah Yeah Yeahs?
I don't know.
There you go. I just said it for you.
In case you
I
weren't
did.
sure.
In the video, Karen's crying is not staged. They were real tears. My boyfriend at the time, Angus Andrew, was supposed to come to the shoot. He was 3 hours late, and I was just about to leave for tour. I didn't think he was ever going to come, and this was the song that was written for him. He eventually showed up, and I got myself in a real emotional state. And this music video, I like remember it being on MTV. And it doesn't feel like something that should have like touched popular culture the way it did.
I would agree with that, especially in 2003.
Yeah, and I remember thinking at the time that I was like, this is for me, but I don't know why or how yet.
Mhm.
Because I like connected with it, and I remember watching the music video being like, yes, but I don't
But
know.
why?
Yeah, yes, but why? Exactly.
But definitely yes.
I have never really taken a deep dive into the Yeah Yeah Yeahs, but there are some songs that I love from them, but like I only know like those songs, so I think they're probably worth my time to like sink my teeth into.
I feel like at one point or another, I weaved in and out, but
MAPS is rumored to stand for My Angus, Please Stay.
Ugh.
Ooh, yeah, that sucks to have to perform this. This was voted the best alternative love song of all time by NME in 2009. And you can hear a
Mm.
riff of the guitar at the end on Kelly Clarkson's Since You've Been Gone. And Karen did not much care for that. It's that.
Oh.
That's at the end of Now.
Oh yeah. That makes sense. I hear that.
And Macy Gray did a really wild cover of this song for her cover album. And I have to play this for you.
Do it.
I like want to like Macy Gray, but this is so wild.
I'm already mad. Like, I'm already mad. I'm annoyed. No. This hurts. This hurts me.
And the tempo randomly picks up for the rest of the song. The tempo will just get faster and faster on this track. It's so wild.
I hate it so much. I cannot believe how much I hated that.
But for the OG maps, I'm gonna bop.
I bop.
Okay, it's the time in the show where we come to honorable mentions, and this is gonna be a rootness tootness time. I feel.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm here.
Pass.
Passing it so gently, but we really had a time selecting these.
Oh, babe.
It is a delay. I like how you tried to swipe up.
Oh wait, I think we're okay. I tried to just face it towards you.
No. Wow.
Okay. This is my first choice.
Is this Against Me?
Yeah.
I thought that they had a good shot of making it to your honorable mention. What is this song called? It has a crazy name.
This is Transgender Dysphoria Blues by Against Me.
I'm gonna hit something, so if it stops, I'm sorry. I like never much interacted with Against Me.
They're wonderful. That song in particular makes me cry.
I do remember them coming out.
There's a great cover of that song with Miley Cyrus. Or like a great version.
No.
Yeah. Miley Cyrus and Laura Jane Grace are like buds.
That's amazing. It's like, okay, I'm having some issues with this because when I say I have, like, I had a small list and then I had to delete some from the list and I still have a small list. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I do. I didn't record
So-
everything I could record. I had to really soul search within my body.
so
Why don't we do 4?
okay.
Because I feel like,
Okay. Yeah, sure. Okay.
and then of course, neither one of us have to pick formation because you all need to know that formation is on the rest of the list.
Okay.
But we're not going to pick it.
All right. So I'm going to start off with, no. Okay. I'm going to try to talk about people we'll never get to talk about again in other capacities. So this is my first honorable mention. I feel like I'm making a mistake, but I'm not.
Conviction. Oh, I know this. This is Mitski.
Mm-hmm.
This is really good.
This is so good.
I'd be your little spoon and kiss your fingers forever.
Your mother wouldn't approve of how my mother raised me, but I do, I think I do. This chorus pops off. This song builds so beautiful. And then by the end, you're like, what happened? How did we get here? I'm like always out of breath when this song's over. Not because I'm singing along, I just feel like I've run a marathon.
It is.
Here it comes. Wow, this chorus starts real deep into this song. The chorus. Yeah, I just figured this might be the only time I get to talk about Mitski. I mean, I'm sure I'll make other ways, but I figured this was like a list way to make me do it.
To know for sure.
Yeah.
Should I try again?
Go ahead and try that again.
There we go. Well, now you know what this is.
I don't know what this is.
You don't know what this is?
If you save yourself from marriage, you're a whore.
Oh, is this Casey Musgraves?
Yeah.
You don't save yourself from marriage, you're a horrible person.
I'm not gonna lie, I really have only interacted with the most recent album, like Golden Hour.
Call you a drunk as soon as you down the first one. If you can't lose the weight, then you're just fat. But if you lose too much, then you're on crack. You're damned if you do, and you're damned if you don't. So you might as well just do whatever you want. So make lots of noise, kiss lots of boys, or kiss lots of girls if that's something you're into. When the straight and narrow gets a little too straight, roll up the joint, or don't. Just follow.
She's great.
your arrow wherever it points out. Follow your arrow wherever it.
When that found me, it hit real hard.
It's good. To Casey Musgraves, the way we are, the technical difficulties we are
It's just-
having, it is.
Out of control.
And I keep waiting to see what you're gonna play in case I like have it on my like short list. But I don't think you'll have this one on your short list. But also, this was like first one I picked, and it was like obviously, of course.
I picked the most important one first.
It sounds really weird.
Forgive the kids, for they don't know how to live. Run the alleys casually.
What is this?
This is Cruel by St. Vincent.
Of course it is.
They could take or leave you, so they took you and they left you. How could they be casually cruel?
I was supposed to see St. Vincent in 2012.
I went to that concert.
and I didn't go.
It was so good. Okay.
I don't know why I didn't.
St. Vincent's a very important artist to me. It makes me sad that like she does not appear in top 10s or Billboard Hot 100. She's very revered critically, so it's like not a real
Same
problem.
Thing, yeah.
But like
Does not get the.
it
her
slaps. Everything she's done is like really. I'm wearing a St. Vincent t-shirt today.
You are right now, right in this moment, right this second. You sure are.
I'm wearing and it's from the new album. I'm very excited. Okay, here we go. I'm trying to unlock it now. Are so good.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
I was kind of wondering if you were gonna pick this. La la.
Yeah, yeah.
Bitch better have my money.
Y'all should know me well enough.
Bitch better
I
have my
fucking
money.
love this
This song
song.
was
Lay down, call me on my blood. Pay me what you want it. Ballin' bigger than
so
a
funny. This
boy.
song came out when I was like real into Pure Bar, and the one instructor loved this song, and she would try to sneak it onto playlists where Pure Bar would make the playlist, so you had to do the pre-approved playlist. She would slide this in all the fucking time. It made me so happy. She always did it at the part of the routine at the time where you would like hump the air.
I love that.
Like blah, blah, blah.
I remember when this song dropped, and the white people were like, "Excuse me," and I was like, "Oh, this is actually the Rihanna culture that I would like to partake in." This is just a single.
Not even on an album.
Not an album.
Not even on an album.
He
We
just
have
said,
to get to the next part.
"Bitch better have my."
Bitch better have my money. Turn up to Rihanna while the whole club fucking wasted. Every time I drop, I am the only thing I play.
I'm so glad we did this list.
I'll just keep going. And I don't want to do that to everybody. I love that song so much.
I only have two. Only two. Okay, I'm picking this person's not a good person. Person's not a good person. I know that. But this song really took me someplace in 2012.
Is this the song that I think it's going to be? Is this Grimes?
Oh no. Grimes came to me like in 2017.
Fair.
But this person also is very bad.
Oh, is this Azalea Banks?
Hey, I can be the answer. I'm ready to dance when I vamp up. And when I hit that dip, get your camera. You can see I've been that bitch since the pamper. And that I am that young sister beacon. The bitch who wants to compete in. I can freaking fit that pump with the peeping. You know what your bitch become when her weaving. I just wanna sip that punch with your peeps and sit in that lunch if you're treating. Kick it with your bitch who come from Parisian. She know where I get mine from and the season. Now she wanna lick my plum in the evening. I fit that tongue to deepen. I guess that can't get any in. I guess that can't get any in. I guess that can't get any in. This always really tickled me. I was in the 2 and 2 with
I'm the uptown A nigga, you know what's up or
don't you? Word to who made ya? I'm a rude bitch. What are you made up of? I'm eat your food up, boo. I could bust your 8. I'm a doing 2. Fuck you gun do. Man. What a period piece. But yes, that song was very much a mood. I love that like TikTok Gen Z, they also feel the same way about Azealia. They're like, this is good, but this is
Too
also
bad.
bad.
Yes.
They're like, I also like, there was a brief moment where I was like on Azealia Banks TikTok, which was the content was exclusively like this. Azealia Banks, isn't she great? Yeah, she like raps over house beats. No, she doesn't have social media. No, did she kill a cat and eat it? No, she didn't do that.
No, she didn't lock herself in a closet with like dead chickens.
It's so dark.
It's
like,
so sad when someone like truly needs help.
also, they're so talented. It's like it hurts because I feel like Kanye West is like the same boat. Truly out there.
Absolutely. And I would say in both cases, it is very likely that they're just gone, lost to the sea, as far as anyone else can be concerned. Like, it's just what it is at this
It
point.
is.
Like,
But I remember there was like a controversy with like Lazy J, who made the beat, where she like took it because she was like kind of just like a SoundCloud rapper at the time. I don't think it was SoundCloud, but like, you know, something similar.
sure.
And it was really hard. The song, like, it took forever to get released as a single, even though it had like lived in the internet.
ether,
Yeah. I own that song, so I will go to my iTunes to play it.
I
a
mean,
lot.
at that point,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, ready? Wait. Okay.
Are we on number 4?
Yeah, this is my last one. I'm trying to remember which version I prefer, though.
Oh, versions. It sounds weird.
It does, but it might be the bass.
Okay. See, it looks. You see how it's only playing the upper half of the wave?
Yeah.
So sorry about the quality. We'll try to fix it before the last song.
Somebody said you got a new friend.
Yeah, we're definitely missing stuff.
Yeah.
Does she love you better than I can?
It didn't do anything.
Some big black sky over my town. I know where you at. I hope she's around. Yeah, I know it's stupid. I just gotta see it for myself. I'm in the corner watching you kiss her. Oh, I'm right over here. Why can't you see me? Oh, I'm giving it all, but I'm not the guy you take it home. Ooh, I keep dancing on my own.
Honestly, one of the best pop songs of all time.
Oh, 100%. I think like
I
on general lists, this is typically on people's top.
don't understand how you create such masterpieces because Robin's catalog
It's,
has it.
it's yeah, there's so much there.
Oh, but
Like from the
that
get.
song- But that song. I was just like alone in standing that song. It was like 20 early. It was like 2010s ish.
Yeah.
And I'm just like on the incline listening to Body Talk over and over and over again.
Okay, I'm gonna pull this out to try to get the sound back. Okay, so nice of you to join us in the middle of this track. We are clearly struggling to make it happen today. But we both mentioned that we had Janelle Monáe Tightrope on both of our short lists. So this is Cranes in the Sky by Solange, in case you're not in the know.
Just made me even sadder. I tried to keep myself busy. I ran around in circles, think I make myself dizzy. I slept it away, I sexed it away, I read it away. Away,
A lot. Solange's harmonies that she does on her stuff is
Beautiful.
like,
I love it.
this whole album though. I can see the album artwork
Mhm.
from where I'm sitting. So good.
Stunting.
Are you ready for the number one song by
Probably
women in
not.
the 21st century? We've talked a lot about this artist recently, but
Interesting.
the song still does something for me.
I haven't a foggy clue who it could be. Oof. Oof.
The way Tiffany is like vibing to this song with an uncomfortable face.
Oh, it feels so bad.
If recent events weren't a thing, like in 2018, this makes a lot of sense.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it still makes a lot of sense. This really, it did change the game.
Everyone's a winner.
This part was always my favorite.
I wear skulls and bones, sticks and stones and weed and bones, running when we hit up.
But it's a stump.
Wear skulls and
What
bones.
did she say it like that?
I don't know, but she does. I wear skulls and bones.
So glad you picked up on that nuance.
Of
as
course
well.
I did. There's a song off of that record, I believe, called Mango Pickled Down. And she has all these little kids rap on it with her. And it is so fire.
Okay. This is written and produced by MIA and Diplo. The song features an interpolation of the Clash's Straight to Hell. So it gives them song credits as well. This is inspired by MIA's problems obtaining a visa and satirizing American perceptions of immigrants from third world nations. This is the third single off of Kala. And of course, this is MIA's biggest commercial success. I would say probably Bad Girls is number 2,
Oh, yeah.
which made my short list, but I was like, we're already going to talk about her, so I don't need to do it twice. But Bad Girls?
Bad Girls goes off.
MIA was mad that MTV censored the gunshots and the weed references when the video played on their channel. I don't know how much control MTV really has over that. But I mean, they are just noises, so you can, well, the weed. But
Oh.
I just, if it stops, then that's fine.
Why
too.
does your phone hate women?
It's the cord, the pink cord that we use to plug it in. That's
Why
the problem.
does that cord hate women?
So, the unexpected success of Paper Planes paralleling MIA's condemnations of the Sri Lankan government acts of genocide against the Tamils, with whom MIA shares ethnic and cultural backgrounds, generated accusations of her supporting terrorism.
Jesus fucking Christ. What a leap. Get
So-
fucked. Give me a break.
MIA actually wanted to work with Timbaland for this album, and her application for a long-term work hearing myself delayed is so trippy. I cannot read.
I could not hate it more.
So bad. Okay. Sorry, Timbaland. Okay, so she was rejected because of her family's alleged connection to the Tamil guerrillas, commonly known as the Tamil Tigers, a claim that MIA denied. This leap was like, this is a post 9/11 story. If you've
I
ever
know.
heard
You
one.
really just don't want let her in this country.
This was nominated for Record of the Year, and this song was finished in one take. MIA didn't care much to pay attention to her singing, and she invited street kids to come in across Brixton to sing the song's chorus. And thus, we ended up with Paper Planes.
Damn.
I'm not gonna lie, I still seek this song out to listen to,
I don't think I've listened to this in a long time.
but I will bop it. I know you have more
I'll bop it. It's a problematic bop.
problematic.
But I have
bops.
also full chest sang Kanye West on this podcast, so I cannot act as though I am above such a thing.
But I mean, I was in into MIA like while it was happening, and it felt so good. Like this is. I really like the Maya album. It's a very of my era type of
Yes.
album, and so like it's like, and I love sleigh bells, and on Maya there's like a sleigh bells riff because Derek had worked with her, and it's just like tickling my balls. It's just like, you like this?
Oh, here, have some more.
Yeah, I'm like, bum, 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 and I just feel so good. God, I love sleigh bells. That's someone I should try to work into it.
I'm
Into
sure
one of
there's
our-
a way.
Yeah. So I feel really good about having talked about women for an hour.
I do too. What do you all think of this list?
What do you think? Yeah.
I would love to hear
I will
others'
link
thoughts.
in the show notes the list so you can actually go read what NPR had to say. But I like couldn't with men, and I was just like, I don't want to talk about them today.
Get fucked.
And then we went on a ride, but we got to touch a lot of
We
touchstones.
did. That was pretty fun.
I liked that because sometimes it's just like when we pick a top 10, it's like, this sounds like it came from the year 2001. Where it's just
Very
like-
that.
we gotta and
Love that for us.
well, thank you so much for listening. Thank you for subscribing.
Thanks for subscribing.
Remember, you deserve us.
You deserve this. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Red